So now fingers crossed it's not going to leak. Let's get straight in. Right, so in today's video I'm going to take a closer look at the dive case for the Insta360 GO Ultra. Let's take it out of the box and take a closer look. Here we go. Right, so that's everything outside the box. So first of all, on the far right, we've got the 1/4 inch to 3-prong adapter. And then we've got 2 1/4 inch thumb screws. And just next to them, we've got the L-shape adapter. Then we've got 4 anti-slip rings. Then we've got the dive case itself, what we're going to take a closer look at soon. We've got the instructions manual, 12 anti-fog sheets. And then we've got the protective pouch to keep everything in. Now let's clear the table and take a closer look at the dive case and see how the Insta360 GO Ultra fits inside it. So as soon as I've picked this up, I can tell it's really well made and robust, as everything is from Insta360. You get some cheaper aftermarket ones that don't feel as good and robust as this, straight out the box. So now let's open it up and take a look around it. So just on the top, we've just got to slide and push across, and then we'll just flip up from the front. That then opens the case up. That's nice and stiff. That's how you know it's quality, because this rubber sealant really is a nice fit in there. That's how you know it's going to be really watertight. Then as you can see inside, we've got these yellow markers, and that's where the anti-fog sheets are going to slip inside. In this one we can hold 3. We'll put them in a minute. And to close it back up, that just pushes firmly there. The latch closes on top, the lip, and then push forward. And then that toggle slides across so you know it's locked. Now let's get the GO Ultra camera and see how it fixes inside. And just before I put the GO Ultra in its housing, that's the only way you're going to be able to put it inside of the case. You can't just put this inside of there. For obvious reasons, that's not going to fit. So we need to magnetically snap that in, and then we'll be able to put it inside. So like we were seeing earlier, we'll just need to flick the toggle and pop up the latch. Then we'll take these yellow markers out. And now that I've took those yellow markers out, I'm just going to show you how to insert the fog sheets. So in each pack you get 12 anti-fog sheets. We've got 3 long ones and 1 small one. Now I'm just going to show you how to fix them inside. So earlier on I said there's just 3. I did find one hiding at the top. So you can actually put 4 anti-fog sheets in here. And that's going to be amazing, because I always put 2 in my other action camera cases. And they really do help when it's fogging up, when it's summer, especially when it's really hot. So these are going to be great. Now I've doubled up and got 4. So we're just going to slide into the bottom there with a long one. It's going to be the same again at the top. They do fit nice and firm inside, so they're not going to be flopping around. The other long one at the other side. And then finally the smaller one just at the bottom also. So now you can see all those 4 anti-fog sheets are firmly in place, and they really do stick inside nice and well. They slide between the grooves, so they're not going to fall out and get in front of that camera lens. So now let's put the GO Ultra inside of the case. And I always find with these, don't just push it straight in, because you may just knock these out. Put it in at an angle, push down, and then slide in slowly like I'm going to show you right now. And I do find that's the best way. As you can see, that catches nothing. And that anti-fog sheet's not caught at the top, the side, or the bottom. And that's pushed in all the way. Now we're just going to close that up. Get that latch, make sure that lip just at the top fits on this plastic bit, otherwise you can have some trouble. As you can see, that's always on there, and now we'll just snap down. And then that toggle slides across, and you know that's fully watertight. So now I'm going to go outside and do some testing in a stream. I'm going to thrash it around with a selfie pole and then put it in some white water, and then in real time open it up in front of you to really see if it keeps watertight. Here we go. Right, so now I'm down at the water's edge to test this dive case, and this bag come in handy whilst transporting it down here, so I get no scratches on it when I chuck it in my bag. I've got it on this long Telsin selfie pole, so we can get right in that deep water to start with. Then I'm going to test it in this white water here, really swish it around like I do on my other dive cases to really test out the waterproof capability. Now, on this one we've got to make sure that it really is waterproof, because as we know, the GO Ultra The little camera what detaches from the dock, that is waterproof, but the main body isn't, so if any water does leak in, we're going to be in trouble. So let's give it a real good testing and see how waterproof this dive case is. Here we go. And just in case you're wondering what the audio sounds like whilst it's inside, this is what it sounds like. I can imagine it's really muffled. So now, fingers crossed, it's not going to leak. Let's get straight in. Shove it in and really swish it backwards and forwards. We'll spin it round as well, up and down. Give it a good testing. It's still recording, so that's good. Now I'll make us way over to the whitewater. So up to now it looks good, but I'm not getting it out until I go in that whitewater. I'll angle the camera so you can see, and then I'll come straight back in real time. We'll undo it together, and let's hope it's not leaked. So now let's try that whitewater. Got my wellies on. Don't want to fall in here. Really slippy. Really slippy, right. That bit seems to be the most aggressive whitewater, so we'll get to there. So now have it record on the Go Ultra. Let's extend the pole and get it right in this whitewater. And back in here. I'm trying not to fall in, coming back. Right, so as you can see, I've got a good thorough test in there in that deep water, and then in the white water, and now in real time. Fingers crossed. This shouldn't have leaked. Right, I've done many of these tests before, and this time I'm going to dry my hands, not this. Right, so fingers crossed and drum roll. Let's open the catch. I'll first power down the camera. There we go. Now let's slide the latch across, pop that open. Now obviously it's going to be saturated all the way around there, but this is where it really counts. As soon as we open this, and thank God, I was a little bit nervous, but that's bone dry. I can tell that straight away. Let's get that out. Don't want to drop it, we've got some rocks below us. Have to just pop that out. The only bit the bit of water, got this for now, the bit of water I've just got off my fingers there, just on the screen. But as you can see, the Go Ultra, I'll just put this between my legs. As you can see, the Go Ultra is completely bone dry all the way around there. Absolutely no water droplets whatsoever. That's just off my fingers. So I'm very confident it didn't leak. Now let's have a look inside the diving housing itself. And them anti-fog sheets are bone dry, and there's no water droplets inside whatsoever. Nice one, Insta360. The Go Ultra case is really watertight. And now the Insta360 GO Ultra without the dive case, you can get down to a depth of 10 metres there. That's not with the dock, it's just a little camera that detaches. And then with this diving housing, you can get down to a depth of 60 metres. Now that's going to be great for scuba divers. So now I've completely dried the dive case and I've put the GO Ultra back inside, as this is the end of the video now. So once again, if you're interested in buying this, I'll be leaving a link in the description, and there it'll send you straight to the Insta360 website where you'll be able to purchase it. And as you've just seen, I did some nice thorough testing there. Now the best way to test it would be on holiday scuba diving, get down to that 60 metres, but I live many miles away from the coastline. It is the UK, so if I was to go scuba diving in the UK, especially on the East Coast, I'd be lucky to see half a metre in summertime. But later on in the year I'm going to be going abroad and taking the X5 with that external diving case as well as this one and the Ace Pro 2 to really test it out when I'm snorkeling there. So as always, do stay tuned to the channel, as there's going to be plenty more videos on the horizon, especially with testing out any latest accessories or action cameras there from DJI and Insta360. But for now, thanks for watching, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and bye for now.